The much-anticipated constitutional referendum may take place very soon, as the 4 gender equality bills were unanimously passed in the Senate last evening.
Now, this comes just 1 week after its passage in the lower house of Assembly. Our Jimenita Swain covered Wednesday afternoon's Senate session.
Senator Sharon Wilson?
Yes.
Senator Keith Bell?
Yes.
Senator Carl Bethel?
Yes.
Senator Gregory Burrows?
Yes.
Senator Joseph Curry?
Yes.
Senator Allison Maynard Gibson?
Yes.
And as the vote continued, all senators in the upper chamber would vote with a resounding yes to all 4 constitutional bills, which brings the Bahamian people closer to making a final decision on the matter in a referendum. However, before the vote, the government's Senate business leader, Attorney General, and Minister of Legal Affairs, Senator the Honorable Allison Maynard Gibson, questioned the opposition's position, noting that the question posed was a simple one: should men and women have equal rights under the law? Those comments, though, did not sit well with the Senate leader for opposition business, Senator Carl Bethel, who made it clear that leadership had nothing to do with it.
Many of them said what an effect was, yes, we'll pass it to the Bahamian people. We're for them. Well, sort of. This is an impersonation of leadership. It's an impersonation of leadership. It's not the real thing.
At the end of the day, the statement that a matter is appropriate for determination by the Bahamian people is not an abrogation of leadership when the Constitution says the Bahamian people are the ones who decide.
The matter was eventually smoothed over, and the 16 senators supported the bill. Senator Bethel suggested government utilize a year instead of 2 months to publicly explain the impact of the gender equality bills.
Because even though there's been all of that consultation prior to these bills coming in, people are still confused. They'll tell you that. And you know what confused people do when asked to say yes or no. If I'm confused, what was the saying he said in 2002? If you don't know, vote no.
The Senate government business leader further stressed that the efforts of suffragists were realized with the passage of these bills, as they were at the forefront of key moments in history such as ushering universal suffrage, majority rule, and independence. Senate President Senator the Honorable Sharon Wilson agreed.
Here we are today, honoring the full flowering of what they stood for, and that was equality between men and women.
Many restrictions have been removed to enable this. These bills now seek to remove some of the last bastions of discrimination against women.
The upper chamber was suspended sine die. Jimenita Swain, ZNS Network News.
Bahamas Power and Light Company Limited CEO Jeff Wallace submitted his resignation to the Board of Directors of BPL effective March 21st. BPL Chairman Nathaniel Bannaby confirmed in a statement last night that during Wallace's tenure at BPL, the board valued its productive working relationship with Mr. Wallace and his significant contribution toward building a foundation for BPL. The Bahamas Power and Light Company's board thanks him for his service and wishes him well. BPL Chairman Bannaby also noted that one of the many advantages of working with PowerSecure is their ready access to a deep reservoir of talent in the utility industry. He indicated that PowerSecure has identified several exceptional candidates, and it's expected that a final decision in respect of the new CEO will be made within the next week. In the interim, Mr. Bannaby confirmed an executive of PowerSecure will continue to manage Bahamas Power and Light Company Limited.
The government remains committed to establishing food security for the country. According to Deputy Prime Minister Philip Ray Davis, that's why they've created marine protected areas and closed seasons for the harvesting of crawfish, grouper, and stone crabs. That's to ensure the stocks of the species remain sustainable.
While we do need to feed ourselves in the numbers, we see the staggering effect of having locally produced ornamental, vegetable, root crops, fruits, poultry, livestock, or seafood. If either any of those were to be comprised, just to begin with, just one meal for our guests, our tourists. See, what could happen. Over a given year, there are 500,000 of us, or less, and millions of those who visit us. This one meal to any one of those who visit us is a necessary and doable target on which to build.
Now, Minister Davis was officially opening the Bahamas National Agricultural, Marine Resources and Agribusiness Expo on Gladstone Road. The expo continues this weekend. He encouraged those pursuing careers in this field or planning or on establishing businesses to renew their energies toward feeding the country, noting that the survival and development of our nation depends on it. He further pointed out the link between tourism and farming as critical means of development.
For the same reason, we are being urged to consider conch preservation. The quest for food security drives this government to refurbish the system of packing houses throughout the Bahamas. For the packing house system to be viable, we need a healthy food supply. BAMSI is both a training institute, as you have heard, and an incubator for farmers throughout our Bahamas. It is more than a place. It is a brand. It is an ideal. This government, notwithstanding the chatter of the critics, has invested more in planning and financing for agriculture than any other in the history of the Bahamas.
Now to news from education. Transformation is underway at the College of the Bahamas as the tertiary institution takes the necessary steps to receive university accreditation despite several setbacks.
The COB president, Dr. Rodney Smith, told us that where officials are now in the process and what changes are coming for the student body. Here's Cleopatra Murphy.
COB President Dr. Rodney Smith says Minister of Education, the Honorable Jerome Fitzgerald, could have the draft University of the Bahamas bill in hand before the end of March. After that, the minister will take the bill to Cabinet before it is approved in the House and Senate. Dr. Smith says he is hoping it will be a rapid process after the college missed its earlier target date for university status.
We wanted it to happen in 2015. But we also wanted to exhaust all consultations before moving forward. So we're actually hoping that we still have the transition to take place before the end of this spring semester.
With the end of the semester weeks away, the college continues its multi-million-dollar physical transformation in preparation for university status. College officials say the transformation was estimated at $500 million before the implementation of value-added tax. Included are the addition of a new grand entrance, parking lots, and new buildings, including dorms in New Providence and Grand Bahama. With the upgrades, Smith says students can expect a tuition increase.
What we're trying to do is to increase the donations to the institution more, increase the revenue sources more, and try to keep any tuition increases down to a minimum. So we're trying to balance it out like that. Right now, students pay approximately 38% of what it costs to educate each person. We want to try to keep it around that as we grow this institution.
The college is also investing $2.5 million in technological upgrades to improve services for students. Already, the college has 2 interactive classrooms that enable lecturers to communicate with different campuses. Chief Information Officer Elgin Smith says the college website will also be revamped.
It's modern. It's in line with what you'll see with other colleges and universities. It's responsive, so you'll be able to see it on your mobile phones, your tablets, what have you. You can reshape it and everything moves along with you.
As the college expands, officials say they are also looking to increase current enrollment numbers of about 5,000 by 25% in the coming years. In the meantime, Dr. Smith says he feels progress is being made and is excited about the institution's future as it forges ahead to university status.
I said in a council meeting yesterday to the council chairman and members of council that I'm grateful for the opportunity to come back home and to be of service, and I feel my optimism and enthusiasm building every single day. I see the light at the end of the tunnel. I see the end of the rainbow, and it's very exciting.
Cleopatra Murphy, ZNS Network News.